the secret sauce.
Listen up, it's the secret sauce.
And the secret sauce is basically, hey, if you have one piece of advice you could give to somebody who either now currently owns a laundromat with all your laundromat experience that you have, or who maybe owns a pick up delivery, your choice. What's the best piece of advice you could give them to help them improve their business?
Yeah, so I think that get outside of your business. I think that, one of the mistakes, especially when I owned my own stores, was that I spent so much time and attention and focus inside my box that you become tunnel vision. You also have a bad feedback loop. So as I mentioned before, I talk to my customers all the time, but, largely when I was talking to my customers, they were there, so they were happy. So they were giving me positive feedback, and that felt good. But, so I would say, get outside of your box, not only into competitors, see what competitors are doing and people out there in the industry in general, but even outside of the laundry industry, look for inspiration elsewhere. We've been behind the curve for a long time. As I mentioned, the rate of change has been, dramatic, which has put us further. The chasm is so great between the laundry industry as it stands today and where society is going. So get out there and use different apps. It doesn't have to be laundry apps. You use different services. Go out and pay it when you're in other retail operations. Pay attention to what they're doing. I think there's a lot that we can all bring from the outside and make our industry better.
I think that's great advice. I mean, seriously, super good advice because, number one, yes, we've been kind of lagging behind, and there are other sectors of the retail industry that are doing things more innovatively and stuff like that we can learn from. But also just that other perspective, I found that looking outside of what I'm doing, and that's why I read a lot of business books. There's really not a whole lot of laundromat books out there, but there's a few, but I read a lot of business books, a lot of personal development books, all those things, biographies, because it gives really good insight and podcasts, lots of other podcasts. I mean, this is really the only one you need, but if you wanted to, you could listen to some other ones, but it does give you kind of a fresh perspective and new, ideas to try out and new, points of reference to work from. And so I think that's great advice for any laundromat owner. It can be hard to do because, like you mentioned before, doing the day in, day out, keeping things consistent, it's tough sometimes, and it can be a grind and time consuming, but it's well worth taking that step back and looking around what's going on around you. I think that's great advice.